And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the WardiTV Monday, WardiTV Monday 69. Nice. Your weekly dose of WardiTV action. I'm of course VIP with you. I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome one and all. Welcome to one and all to our weekly broadcast of the WardiTV tournament. Again, this is a weekly tournament. Every single Monday we have the WardiTV Monday itself. I will say that there are some exceptions. Sometimes there's 2 events in a week, or sometimes, you know, there's other events that do kind of cross over and don't allow for the event to take place, but for the most part is a weekly tournament. Also, as a reminder, this is a replay cast. This is last week's WardiTV Monday. We used to cover this event weekly on a regular basis, but in recent times, ever since daylight savings, the event starts a little bit too late here in Australia, so we no longer cover it live. Instead, we cover it the week after via replay instead. So we're here to catch up on the events. We're going to be jumping into the quarterfinals. Again, when it comes to this tournament, it is at a bit of a more European friendly time slot, so you often get a lot of European and some Korean players that stay up late as well. Regulars are players like Clem, Max, Solar, Classic, Hero, Cure, Byun, and many others. For now though, we're going to be jumping into the quarterfinals. It is going to be a best of 3 TvZ between Clem and Solar. Going to be jumping into our first game of the match, or of the series. It is going to be on Mothership. Let's go. Let us go. Just catching up in the chat. Shema, papi. 36. Shema, buenos dias. Minus 20 degrees outside. You're crazy, papi. You're crazy. The polar opposite here in Australia. We're deep in the summer. Thankfully, it's been raining recently, so it hasn't been too hot, but last week it was brutal. I mentioned it before, but last week we hit peaks of 47 degrees Celsius, papi. It was brutal. It was like, I want to say 3 days, right? It was like 3 days. It was like 47, and sorry, it was like 43 one day, then 47, and then 40. Like, it was like 3 days of like intense heat, and obviously the bushfires were happening, but recently, you know, it's been cooling down a little bit, or at least becoming more humid with a lot of rains, and even some flooding. So that's Australia, baby. 1 week we got firestorms all over the place, another week we have flooding all over the place. So yeah, let's go. For now that we're jumping into our first series of the broadcast. Spawning at the bottom of the side of Mothership, we have the French Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the blue Zerg for Team Falcons. It is Solar. Here we go. Welcome on also Mothership. Mothership is a 3-player spawn map. In the map pool, you can spawn in top left, top right, and bottom side as well. 3 possible spawn locations, and we'll see how our players do approach this. Again, this is a larger map of the map pool. We often see longer and longer games. Typically, early game aggression isn't really seen too often here in TvZ. So far, standard openers from Solar, standard opener out of Clem as well. It's gonna take a little bit longer for our players to scout each other, and that is going to be a bit of an issue here, as Clem will be scouting on the right hand side, so will Solar. They both scout the incorrect location first, but there is nothing really aggressive of either player, so nothing really to scout early on. Of course, I don't know that. Not yet. It's catching up. Buenos dias. Good day to stay at home and watch some StarCraft. Esta la grasa, papi. Yes, good day. Take care, papi. Take care. Sounds biblical. No. Not wrong, papi. Not wrong. Every year in summer, every January here in Australia, we get cleansed, papi. We get cleansed. The fires and the floods. Only the strong survive. Smurge. In all seriousness though, best of luck to all those out there that are affected. I know that we have had some viewers as well that have been affected by the cyclones that have been hitting, or things of that nature. So I hope everyone is taking care. Wish everyone the best as we are settling in. So far, third CC has been thrown down. So 3 CC into a 1-1-1 out of Clem. So 3 CC Starport, typically 3 CC Banshee. So economic opener here out of our Terran player. Likewise, Solar is going for his own standard build. Nothing crazy yet. We have yet to determine whether or not Solar goes for earlier tech or not. Welcome to Mothership. This is a larger map, and on these larger maps, this is where something like Mutaplay is more viable. If you've been watching TvZ as of late in the recent patch and the recent map pool, you have seen that Mutaplay and Ling Bane Muta has been more viable neutral has been more common. It's been great to see kind of the return of Ling Bane meta, and that can be seen in this matchup as well. I say can be just because I would say it's very difficult to get away with meta play against Clem specifically. Clem is just such an aggressive player, and if he sees an opening, if he sees a vulnerability, he will push you. Like, he will push in and he will punish. It can be very difficult to get away with those greedier builds against a Terran player like Clem, so we'll see. Shall see. Link speed kicks in, Clem does pull away, and we're soon reaching the point where we're about to see our tech of choice. So do we go into the faster lair? Do we go double evo chamber? Do we go safety Bailey nest? It's going to be up to Solar. Oh, that I was not expecting. It is going to be a 3cc into starport, but no add-on. We have a delayed tech lab here going for an earlier liberator instead. Not often seen. Typically when you go for this build, you go for a Viking first. The reason why you go for the Viking is to hunt down the Overlord. To hunt down the Overlord into night vision. But because we're on Mothership, there is no Overlord, right? Remember, Solar, he scouted top right first, so the Overlord is not in position to scout, which means you don't need the Viking. You can skip it and go instead into the Liberator. So a bit of a more unique kind of adaptation here out of Clem because of the map. Overlord is now trying to get a scout off, but again, it's going to be very late. Oh, it's not tuning up. My apologies. I will remove the tuner from the map after this game, if I remember. Liberator moves out. Overlord is going to be zoned away. And in the bases, what do we have to defend? We have, okay, we're in positions. We have a Spore here at the natural, no Spore in the main base, and we have a Spore on the way at the third. So the Spores, they will help out. Hellions are looking for a way in, and so far, Solar is keeping up. Meanwhile, we have the answer as to the question of what kind of tech we're going into. Double Evo Chamber. Double Evo Chamber out of Solar, going into double upgrades. So we have a greedier build here out of Solar. The Hellions are making their way in. Yeah, they're diving into the natural. Lings are somewhat in position, and they will defend. Yeah, Lings are in position. The Queens are coming from behind. The Hellions are going to be completely shut down. Nice defense here by Solar. Shuts down the Hellions, deals with the Liberator. So far, so good. Solar, he defends, he holds on. Upgrades are on the way. The downside of this is that this will delay the lair. So later lair, later bailing speed, but better in the long run because you will have the faster upgrades. Faster 1-1, faster 2-2. It's going to be the early to mid game where Solar is going to be the most vulnerable because of the delay on the Baneling Nest. Now, I say delay on the Baneling Nest. Okay, there we go. I was about to say we still don't have one yet, but there we go. Now it gets thrown down. Until then, he's going to be vulnerable. Clem, he's gearing up towards Stim. Stim is finishing up. Third TC is already on location. And we'll see if Clem can break the defenses of Solar. So far, Solar has been defending well. Couple of Truman's getting sniped. And here comes the first drop with Stim. Stim is done. Combat Shield is just now starting. Clem, I believe he already saw. Yeah, he already saw the Evo Chamber, so he's aware of the build. Is aware. And it's going to be up to Solar to try to keep up with this creep to minimize losses when it comes to Queens, to make sure they don't get caught out. There we go. We have some slow Banelings morphing in. And Clem, he wants his Queens. Oh. Sets up. Cleaning for the creep. There's, what, 3 Queens here in position. Ling Bane is ready. So he will hold. Oh. As Clem clutch transfuse does not get the Queen. Queen does not go down. At the same time, Liberator does hit the northern base. Good reactions out of Solar. He pulls away in time. Ooh, but he will lose one of the Queens. Doesn't lose 2. No, 2 Queens go down. No transfuse. Nice trade here out of Clem. And can he get another? He wants it. Oh. Doesn't quite get a 3rd Queen, but 2 Queen kills. I mean, a nice start here out of Clem. Pulls back. A 4th CC is on the way. Clem also building up into the mid game. And now moving out with another double drop. As he moves out, does split the Ling around by. Hellions are in position. Hellions deflect. Bailing speed is just now about to finish up. Ooh, Clem pushing towards that would be 5th. And we'll see if he can force a cancel. Clears up a lot of creep, actually. Creep is being cleaned up. There is a Widow Mine. Doesn't waste the shots. Up, up. Ooh, one of the Banelings does connect, though. Yeah, we get an okay connection with the Baneling. At the same time, while Soul is distracted, Clem, he does stim in towards a 4th. And this time, he does get a Queen. It's gonna be the third queen going down, gets into the mid run. Ooh, late reaction out of Solar. He pulls away too late. Yeah, pulls away too late. That's gonna be 8 drones going down. 9 SCVs also went down across the map to a bailing run by. Both players taking hits. Both players sustaining damage. I will say this was still a better trade here for Clem. Bearing in mind, he didn't just kill 8 drones, he was able to kill 3 queens. 3 queens. Oh, no active tumors here on the south side, and that means he can push in. Yeah, he can push in. Limited creep here at the 5th base, and the 5th base is forfeit. Yeah, cannot be saved. Cannot save the 5th. Now, this is a really scary moment. Because Clem has controlled the southern half of the map, where does Solar expand? He can expand in the center, which the army is already here. He can't expand on the south side, and the top side here also no creep either. You can see Solar is going for the northern base. It's going to be a tough hold. This is where Clem has a lot of momentum, and if played well, Clem can just deny the 5th base indefinitely. So the 5th base is being taken. Once again, there's no creep. Solar's main army's in position though. And he will collapse in. Oh, the mine shot. Ooh, brutal connection. Oh my god. Yeah, mine shots are popping up. Lings are completely cleaned up. Ta-da! Yes, more mine shots. Now, thankfully, Clem doesn't notice. Clem, he's unaware of the base. He's unaware of the expansion, but he's still trading very well. Pushing on the south side. Forcing Solar to rotate. And Solar, he will defend against his push, but the 5th. As we mentioned before, like this 5th base, it may never get up and running. Now, things will change once Solar gets into Hive Tech. Once he gets into Hive Tech, he can get into Vipers, he can tech up into Lurkers as well, and then he can start to break out. But until then, again, once the dominoes start falling, it's very, very difficult to stop them from falling in ZVT. A couple of overlords get caught out. There's still that double jump in between the bases. Solar going for the center expansion. Again, there's no creep here, it's all receding. Double drop is activated, getting into the main. We'll scout the Hive. Gets eyes on the Hive, gets eyes on the Lurker Den. Nice positioning here with the Marines. Reducing service area. And even kills the 4th. Oh, good. And that should not have happened. 4th base goes down. We were discussing about how difficult it's going to be for Solar to maintain a 5th, but I mean, what about the 4th, Pappy? 4th base goes down. Solar is down to 3 bases, limited economy, limited production. That's the other big part here. And the other drastic thing, or the other brutal thing about losing your hatcheries, is that that also impacts your ability to remax as a Zerg player. A lot of it is limited. Solar pushing through the center. He's had enough. Yeah, he's had enough. He's going to lose another expansion. That's another kill, another cancel. And Solar is forcing himself all in. Oh god, there's Liberation back at home though. Yeah, Liberation has arrived. Oh, a couple of Bailings do connect. So some decent connections there by Solar. Late reaction out of Clem. Clem was distracted. Solar rotating over towards the 3rd. Liberators there late to reposition. But Solar cannot move in. Yeah, there's just too much Terran back at home. No, Viper, get out of here. Lurker Den, I believe, is done, but no Lurker upgrades. So no Lurkers in sight. No Lankers back. Oh, as a couple of Bailings do slip in. Okay. No reaction. The reactions, the main armies do clash instead. 7 SCV kills, some okay damage here by Solar, but again, he has to buy time for the bases to actually kick in. And remember, he has to make a stand here. He cannot afford to lose another base. And Solar's being forced to engage. Decent power bomb here on the Liberators. But they do reposition. There's not enough Fling Bane. Yeah, not enough Fling Bane. And the Mine Shots! Oh my god. Mine Shots are popping up. There's a little bit more Link Bane that's able to trickle in. And Solar cleans up with the Liberators. Let's go. That's 4. 4 Liberators go down. 14 SCVs also fall here towards the south side as well. Nice run by, nice damage here by Solar. And he saves the center expansion. Okay. Now, as it all settles here, we have a 4th. We have a 5th. No, never mind. 4 bases. 4 bases, still not ideal. Still not ideal. Still no 5th expansion, as the northern base is still not yet done. Just now finishing up. So Solar, he still needs time to recover. As you can see, Solar has no bank. And we have an even base count versus an even base count. The Terran player has a more efficient army. They are ahead economically. The space is finally getting up. Clem does confirm. Ooh. That's time for the medevac. And Clem's also getting his 5th. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, so Clem maintaining a better economy. How many lurkers? 8. Okay, 8 lurkers, 3 vipers. It's a decent composition. Thankfully for Solar, Clem, he did delay his ghost production. Intentionally so. The ghost only just now popping out, as ghosts were not necessary pre-lurker. So without a higher ghost count, Solar, he can take a fight. Planetaries not yet done. Lurkers pushing in, but the ghosts are in position. Oh no! Yeah, the ghosts are ready. Snipe topping off, getting one of the lurkers. Down to 7. 7 lurkers left. CVs are going down even. Can snipe the CC. Oh no! Can he get it? Oh my god, just barely. Snipes the command center. 19 SCV kills. Nice damage here by Solar. Get some nice damage. Most lurkers do get away. This is this was a great push here by Solar. At the same time, Clem sneaking out across the map. The northern base here is exposed. Clem gets spotted. So he reacts. You can see him lunge across the map. He's racing him to defend, and I believe he should get here in time. Yeah, he does. Does react in time. Now Clem is building up into a super maxed army. This is pretty terrifying here. The lurkers are on their own. Okay, the rest of the army does rotate in time. Oh, as the one snipe pops off. Oh no! I'll send one of the snipes. Lurker harassing on the right hand side. Medevacs and drops are being dealt with. But the lurker count here seems too low. Only 4 lurkers. Let's get a ghost. Yeah, ghosts are exposed. 1, 2, 3 ghosts going down. Nice pick up set by Solar. Yeah, this one lurker's denying mining. That's Solar. He's holding. He's holding. He's attacking. He's harassing. And even looking to push out across the map. It looks like he doesn't quite have enough to break the planetary, but again, he holds on to his bases. He actually maintains control of his 5th base. Now getting a 6th. So he has money. He has momentum. The lurker count is very high though. He's down to 2 lurkers. So you get a nice run by. There's a counterattack Nidus Storm in the mineral line. Sure, okay. Keeping Clem busy. And Solar, for the first time in a long time, he has momentum. He has momentum, he has bases, he has an economy. He's slowly building up that bank. He's got a decent lurker count. He's looking good. Solar able to stabilize. And now Clem, he's stuck at home. Clem, he's stuck at home. He can take a fight defensively here with his planetaries and with a defensive setup. But Clem, he has to lick his wounds, he has to recover, rebuild. New lurkers 7. Solar goes for his Ling run by. Oh, does force a cancel. Nidus on the right hand side. Lurkers are in the Nidus Worm. Oh, the splits had a club. It's crazy. And we're getting to the point here where Solar can take a fight and then remax. It's not going to be the best remax, but he does have a decent chunk of minerals and gas to be able to rebuild and keep momentum going. But it still comes down to the fight. Still comes down to the engage. as the Zerg army is trickling in. Oof. Yeah, decent mine connections. Where are the lurkers, by the way? They're all in the Nidus. Okay. So every single lurker's in the Nidus form. I mean, I say every lurker, there's only 6. Instead, Solar relying on purely Lingbane Hydra. The handful of Vipers. Which again, isn't the most ideal army in this stage of the game. It's a very mobile composition, that is true. But in a head-on fight, it's not ideal. Nidus here at the natural. Clem has an army in position. He's at the Nidus. It's friendly fire. As Solar's going to a planetary. Yeah, Banelings are rolling in. The planetary looks like it's going to go down. Oh, as Banelings actually, they don't commit. Down only half HP. Okay. Clem holds. Clem holds on. That's a lot of Lingbane being thrown away. Clem takes a better fight. Commits across the map. Ooh. Snipe on the Viper. And again, we're the lurkers. I mean, we know the answer. They're in the Nidus. They're still in the Nidus room. The lurkers are not home to defend. Lings are coming for the surround. Ooh, snipes on the Hydras. Yeah, Ghosts, they snipe the Hydras. They just stand their ground. Snipes are brutal, and the Ghosts, they just come out on top. They come out on top, takes out every single Hydra. The Lings as well. We have reinforcements coming in. Clem forces split. And force to pull back to his Liberators. Again, this is still a better trade for the Terran. He caught every single Hydra and Solar. He supply blocked. He can't spend his money. He's got 3,000 minerals, 2,000 gas. He cannot spend his money. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, brutal supply block. 8 overlords are being built. Lurkers, they force a counterattack. Again, imagine these lurkers defensively. It would have been a much stronger defense out of Solar. Lurkers are being cleaned up by the Liberator. Drop across the map, killing a base. And Solar, is he out of larva? Oh, he is. Yeah, Solar. Larva is an issue now. No injections. Yeah, no injects. No injects, limited larva. Solar trying to rebuild, remaxing with Ling. How many queens does Solar have? 4. He's got his queens. There we go. Now he injects. There goes his wave of injects. But Clem now takes the lead, takes momentum. Again, Solar's in a decent position, but as we mentioned, the lurkers that were never really made use of. Defensively, they could have excelled, but they weren't there. Clem took a much more efficient fight. Supply blocked Solar. Now he's moving in. He already sniped the 6th. Oh. Avoids the fungal. Does avoid. The Liberators, they hold their own. We have Corruptors on the way. Oh, okay. It's a big investment for a handful of Liberators. I mean, Corruptors, they have their place, especially if the plan is to transition into Broodlords. But I don't know if Solar has the money for that. Not anymore. These Liberators are being so annoying. Oof. Some friendly fire. Snipes A2 barely connect with the Hydras. I saw a lot of ghosts going down. Solar, that's a decent fight here, but now he's stuck with too many Corruptors. We just mentioned that's 11 Corruptors, and what's in the sky? What can they do, Fabi? What can they do? I guess what I'm getting at, all those Corruptors, we could have seen, what, 5 lurkers? 5, 6 lurkers, a couple of extra infestors. Again, just to defend and hold the line, but the base does full. And Clem establishes another base. Another base is up and running. Speaking of other bases, we do see that Solar, he's running out of money. You can see his mine out of his natural, his 3rd, his main base. His 4th only has 4 patches left. His 5th, no mining. 6th, no mining, I should say. Solar, he needs money. He needs an economy, and Clem is maxed out. Oh, nice muggle. Very nice catch. They're catching out most of the ghosts. Oh, but got the mind shots though. The mind shots, they make up for that. Jesus. As Marines, they just rush across the map. They step in. Catching out Overlords once again. I mean, it's all value. They start stepping into the natural. Catching out Overlords, catching out a Lurker as well. 2 Lurkers go down. Catching out 2 Lurkers. Hey, the drops are being dealt with, but now we have another push. Another push, another move out. Clem just dragging the entire army through the freedom zones. With that, he can reinforce, and Clem, with this, he should be able to break the main army, push into the bases. And Solar cannot afford to lose these. Yeah, GG gets called. Both bases were vulnerable, and Clem will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Clem takes the lead in the series. Again, Solar, he honestly played quite well when it came to recovering. It was kind of a roller coaster ride of emotions here, where initially Clem had a little momentum. Remember, Clem, he killed the 4th twice. He killed the 4th base time and time again, killed the 5th base, was just denying bases and denying expansions and keeping Solar pinned back. Eventually, Solar did recover once he was able to get into his lurkers, but we saw that he was stuck in a really weird place, where Solar was able to get his 5th base up and running, but he was stuck on Lingbane Hydra. It took him a really long time to start to transition out of that. He did incorporate some lurkers, but we saw the moment that he attempted to commit into a Nidus Worm, he kept his lurkers in the Nidus, and he was vulnerable back at home, and that's when he lost the fight, lost the bases, and lost momentum in that game. GG. GG, well played. I mean, he also got supply blocked as well. There was just so much that went wrong in those couple of moments for Solar when Clem broke out, and with that, Clem takes the lead. Oh, as I just realized, there we go. Clem takes the lead, and now we're getting into game number 2. Gonna be loading into White Rabbits. Oh no, after this, I'll get rid of the tuna. Get rid of the tuna. As spawning in the top right-hand corner here, White Rabbits, we have the French Terran player. We have the French Terran. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid, leading the series 1-0. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. We go. Consumed by the void. Oh no. Should be good. Should be all good. But we're getting into game 2, and again, Solar, he had his own strong moments in that last game as well, where he was able to gain some momentum, able to gain map control, able to build up a bank as well, but unfortunately he was stuck with a lower tech army. He was unable to break some of the expansions of Clem, and again was unable to make full use of his lurkers either, so a little bit rough there in the longer and later game. Everything's just got so chaotic. But now we're loading into one of the larger maps. Welcome to White Rabbits. A large map in the map pool, long rush distance by ground, very spread out bases. It can be quite difficult to keep up with army rotations as the defending player, and we'll see how Solar will approach this. Once again, I will reiterate that we have seen a lot of muta play in recent times, and we have seen a lot of mutas on these larger maps, like White Rabbits, like Celestial Enclave, Winter Madness, Mothership. We'll see. We shall see. From here, we're just calming things down. Standard opener so far, nothing crazy, nothing wild. Our last game, we saw that Clem did do something a little bit more aggressive by skipping his Viking and going Liberator first after the 1-1-1. But we did mention that that was a little bit more map specific for Mothership. Just because the Overlord was not in position to scout. So we should be seeing either a starport after the CC into Viking or Banshee play. We'll see. Three provokes in, gets his Zergling. Nice pick up here by Clem. Takes down the Zergling. Ooh, catching out the drone as well. Ay, ay, ay. Brutal body blocking here, and the drone goes down. Delay on the third base. Very strong start for Clem. Very strong start. So the Queens have to wardle off a creep to protect the drone. Oh, Clem going for the eBay block. Goes to the eBay block. Oh, get out of here. Drone gonna be zoned away. Oh, and Solo forced to expand at the triangular location. Late expansion and a much more vulnerable expansion as well. Ay, ay, ay. 18 lings. Oh my god. Solar, he does go for a very strong reaction. 18 lings are on the way. Massive counterattack, massive investments, very committed. If this fails to get damage done, Solar, he will fall and stay behind. Solar's already in a rough position, so he's going for a drastic reaction here. Going for a massive ling flood. It's a big gamble. If he can avoid those Hellions, if he can get into the mineral line, then he can get some damage done. So he does veer off on the right hand side. Overlords, they spot the Hellions. Clem pulls away. And Clem, he doesn't notice. He does not notice. Hellions, they do not get surrounded. Yeah, Clem, he races back home. Races back home, and Lings, they peel back. But because the Hellions scattered, Clem, he reacts in time. He reacts in time, he pulls away the SCVs. Very nice reaction. He will lose 1, 2, maybe 3 SCVs in total, if that. Oof. As Hellions, they roast up the Lings, and this was not worth of a Solar. Again, if these Hellions did not scout the Lings, then there would have been no reaction. The SCVs would have been stuck on the low ground, and Solar could have gotten damage done. But that's only 2 SCV kills for 18 Lings. Sorry, 23 Lings. Oof. Ay, ay, ay. And with that Solar, he's in a brutal position. We spoke about it earlier, but all those Lings could have been drones. They could have all been workers instead. Likewise, the third base was late as well. So late third base, late drones, late saturation, wasted Zerglings, and Clem is in a very comfortable position, going for a 1-1-1 as well. So 1-1-1 out of Clem. Delayed CC, delayed third base, faster Banshees, faster Cloak, more aggressive. The Banshee does move out. Gets 1 drone so far. Gets 1. There's no lair. There's no lair. There's no overseer. So free damage here from the Banshee. Doesn't get the Queen, but does spend a transfuse. Zoning back the Queens. Hellions are making their way in. They're going straight for the third. No, the army's zoned away. The drones are vulnerable, and this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand here. Lings, they are going to be roasted. There's only 2 Lings left, down to 0. And again, this is also forcing Zerglings out of Solar. Banshees, he wants the Queens. No more transfuse. Yeah, no transfuse. Getting 1 Queen. Hellions, they make their way into the main. And this is all just snowballing out of control because of the opener. It all came down to the eBay block. Like it came down to the Reaper killing the drone. It all played into itself. Kills another Queen. As Hellions, they rotate into the main once again. Getting another. God, what is that? 5? 5 Queens. 5 Queens go down, 40 Zerglings as well. And once again, to reiterate, yes, the drone count here wasn't really touched too much, but it was. All those Zerglings, most of them could have been drones. Late fourth base, late drones, late saturation, late economy. Damage was still done. This one Banshee still popping off. Oh boy. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a Hail Mary play. Spire. We're going into mutas. So Solar, we brought up mutas at the start of the game, if you recall, for good reason, because this map is known for muta play. But having a stifled economy here, this is a big risk, a big gamble, and the goal here is to get into mutas, to harass across the map, maybe not necessarily get much damage done, but keep Clem at home. If Solar can keep Clem busy while he takes his 4th base, drones up, and re-establishes himself, then he can potentially recover in this game. But the reality is that right now, Solar is behind. Like, Solar, he is behind, he's in a really rough place, And these mutas are a way to recover, potentially. But Clem is pushing. Clem is moving out. Oh boy. Now remember, because of the mutas, no bailing speed. Remember, there's no bailing speed, so we have slow banes to defend. And this push is looking terrifying. Clem rocks up at the fourth. The army can't quite engage. There's a tank in position. That base is going to be denied. There's a cancel. There's the fourth. Catches out 2 bailings. He pulls back. And Clem can take this fight. Yeah, he can take it. We'll lose the tank, but still trades well against the Ling Bane. And all he needed, deny the fourth, right? All he needed to do was deny the fourth base. Keep Solo on a low economy. Mutas are moving out. They will delay the fourth. Oh. This doesn't quite catch a muta. No quite. Back at home, where we have to defend, we have turrets. Turrets are in position. Marines are here at the third. And they turn away the mutas. Once again, as you mentioned, this is the goal for Solus, to keep the army back at home to defend. Ooh, as he will lose 1 muta. And oh, that got the mine shot pops up, takes down a muta, does soften them up. We see Clem setting up for a trap, trying to catch out the mutas. Solo doesn't react. Ooh, too late. Yeah, too little, too late. 2 more mutas go down. Ay. Drop across the map as well. And where are the bailings? Yeah, where are the bailings? Marines, they do trade efficiently here. Still no bailing speed. Oh wait, no, sorry, just not finishing up. Apologies. Just does finish up. And here comes the main push. And once again, I should emphasize as well, you know, the soup does lie. Clem is up in supply, but he's actually further ahead. Again, typically the Zerg player wants to be up just because they have a more inefficient army. They want to be up 10, 20, 30 army supply to try to engage here. Upgrades are not yet done, so these are going to be 0-0 Ling Bane. Just because all the gas is spent on the mutas. Mutas are harassing across the map. Marines are at home to defend. Clem commits in. How good are the mine shots? Decent connections. And nice spread there by Clem. The Thor is here. Clem is pushing further in. Oh, he clumps up. Yeah, Clem does clump. Missed control there by Clem. So this is maybe the best fight that Solo could have hoped for, and it's still not going to be good enough. The Thor survives. Clem can keep pushing in. Oh, he even saves the Thor. And we get some decent bailing connections. The connections are decent. Solo looks like he can barely clean this up. He's going to hide enough muta counts. But Clem is still rallying. Yeah, Clem is still rallying in. Oh god. Alright, just connecting. Drop harassing at the same time. 10 drones go down and we just rally. Yeah, Clem just rallies across the map. He stims, but yet he wins. Wow. That's where no bailings left. Nice target firing, massive connections on the mutas. GG gets called, and Clem, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played. A really rough early game there from Solar. Winding it back. If you remember, Solar, he was heavily delayed at his natural. If you recall, his initial drone was killed. His drone was killed. His second worker was delayed as there was an eBay block at the third base as well. So very, very late expansion. Solar forced to expand at the triangular third location instead. And because Solar's early game was so rough, because he was so delayed, he went for a Ling Flood. He made 18 extra Lings. I want to say it was 23 in total. Went for a massive Ling Flood, Ling counterattack across the map, but if you remember, they got scattered. They got scattered by the Hellions on Clem's side of the map. That gave Clem the precious seconds he needed to pull his boys away from the natural. And what did he lose to the Link Flood? 2 SCVs. He lost 2 SCVs, so Clem took a massive lead early on. That's why the Banshee and the Hellion Harass was so terrifying, was so effective. And even though he didn't kill many workers, he killed 40 Zerglings, he killed 5 Queens, and he denied the 4th base. He denied the 4th base, keeping Solo on a low base count, low economy, low production. GG. GG, well played. Whew. And with that, Clem does advance on into the next round. Very quickly though, I'm gonna get rid of the tuna. I'm gonna un momento. There we go. Does advance on to the semifinals to face off against his next opponent. Oh my god, what a semifinals match. We're out of the seeding here, as Clem is gonna be going up against a hero in the next round. Let's go. Let us go.